This was actually where I got shot. I was coming to my car. As I was turning off the car, and I heard the first shot. I'm looking. I didn't react. You know what I'm saying? I didn't react because I just thought it was like, damn, like I don't know. It's 4th of July time. You know, firecrackers still going. So then I just hear da 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 da. Turned around this way, got shot in the back of the leg. As I got up, the blood just felt like. I'm like, oh yeah, something ain't right. Had to wrap my leg and then just take me to the hospital. I had to get 2 blood transfusions, you know, because it hit a major vein from my heart to my foot. I remember me telling the nurse that if I pass away, just tell my mom it's not her fault. You know, like, you know, she raised me the best way she can. You feel me? Whatever I did in the streets or whatever that just caught up with me, it's my fault. So hot.
Hey, Carter.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. Come on, baby. Hey, baby. How you doing?
I'm all right. Good. Hot.
Leave your brother alone.
So hot. Pull up my pants.
Yeah, please. Before you get put out.
Oh, man. That fan
Fans on, yeah.
What's up, Mom?
I'm looking at my baby head.
Yeah, my family is very family-oriented. Like, we love being around each other. You know, it was good vibes. It was just...
Let me know in the comments, how close is your family?
It was like that saying that it takes a village to raise a child. It was like that. You know, everybody took care of each other. I always liked going to school, you know, back when I was growing up. Education in church was like, you know, that was law in the house. You know, you go to church on Sunday, you go to school Monday through Friday.
You know, you're my only son, so I always say only one to you for a reason, you know. And so you've always been like the one that I've always had to just hoin over because you're sociable and you like to go places, you like to do things, but you also have a zero tolerance for stuff, little boy.
Zero. My mom, she graduated from college. My family, the majority of the women were legit. Went to school, graduated. You know, just a lot of the males fell to the streets. Selling drugs back in the day. Yeah, that was a family trade. I stayed out of the drug aspect of the streets. You know, gangbanging, I was doing that. I grew up in an area where we all, a brotherhood, I want to put it like a fraternity. Have people like, you know, this was my fraternity. Yeah, guns, definitely guns, a lot of guns.
You know, raising you was a different thing because at first it started out like family, just the entire community with family. But the environment changed. Gangs got a little thicker. Older people from the neighborhood started selling. I needed something for you guys a little different. I didn't want to lose you.
It got real for me young. You know, I lost 5 of my closest friends when I was probably like 15. Lost 5 of them to the streets. Grief does a lot to people. And, you know, to see somebody that you was with every day just gone, you know, it did something to me. It made me more dangerous, a little bit more hateful. Because when you lose someone, it's a different feeling. I lost somebody else got to lose somebody. You know, that's how my mentality was. Yeah. Graduated from high school, and I went to college. SIU Carpenter.
Oh, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah,
But I made up my mind that I want to do music.
I was up all on my own.
That's my real passion.
I was up all on my own.
I ain't need a degree to do that. I already know how to do it. Just left college.
But yeah, this was right here. They used to have girls going crazy, you hear me? Crazy over this.
Girls just wanna have fun. They just wanna have a place to get.
I met Deron when we was 5 years old. Yeah, we were kids, so we like a family. But we all grew up with each other. It's just everybody went different routes. Deron was part of a crowd. The atmosphere is good vibes only. I like to put it like preppy boys, not into the urban stuff that's going on.
We moved out the neighborhood. As I was moving away, like, I mean, everybody's growing up.
But I wrote all that.
I want to say that's when how do I want to put this? All the extracurricular activities took place. Whereas that's the part I kind of missed out on.
What's up, cuz? What you on? My neighborhood didn't look for trouble. That was always my neighborhood. I can't say that. My neighborhood just defended itself. And if you ask for trouble, we'll give it to you. Like I tell you, I'm family oriented. So if something happens to my family and I feel like I can aid and assist, I'm gonna do that. We had an altercation, basically, disagreement with some other guys in the neighborhood. And one thing led to another. We out here tonight, ain't we? Two of my closest cousins got shot. And I felt we all had to stick together. What's up, Blair? How you feeling? Some things transpired that led up to me getting shot. One thing led to another. And, you know, people got shot on both sides. Da, 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 da. Oh, man. I was down for 10 months because of that gunshot. I was in a wheelchair for a while. I could barely move my leg. I'm still in a lot of pain. And then at this time, my insurance didn't even kick in, so I didn't have medicine. So I'm feeling all of this. Couldn't even get in the shower yet. Couldn't get in the tub, none of that. I had to wash up with a bucket. Couldn't get to the bathroom. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I just messed up my life. Okay. Whew.
So any tenderness back here or down through here?
Right there, yeah.
Right
But as the time went past, I got to see him. He was gonna be there for me at that time of in need. Not too many.
This could really impact your life moving forward.
All right. I went through betrayal. I was hurt, physically and mentally. I think I asked one time, you know, for somebody like, man, can you guys help, whatever. And I ain't get the help.
Butter said he can't make it to the reception, but he got.
Deron came to see me. Yeah, he actually came to see me. Actually, both times I got out of the hospital, he was the one to come get me.
I get a call at like 6:30 in the morning saying he was shot at like, I think 3 something in the morning. I ended up going to the hospital. He was kind of half conscious. He was a little jolly. He just was in a lot of pain because every time he started moving, he's like, my leg. And then the nurse kept coming in and was like, "Come on, Mr. Jones, you gotta stop trying to dance." So,
don't hurt me,
and so he just had everybody smiling and laughing like he's doing better.
Don't hurt me.
He had expressed to me when he was in the hospital like how people weren't helping him. And I just felt like for somebody to get shot while participating in extracurricular activities for what you call a brotherhood, I feel like those guys should have been there a little bit more. And so my thing is I'm big on loyalty.
I'm very highly upset right now with myself. Yeah, it just showed me who would be there. You know, if push come to shove. He knew that I was definitely above the stuff I was doing. So he just wanted better for me.
After the 10 months, when he actually could start back walking, I asked Jsaron, I said, I know you used to fast money, but I got something meantime for you to put some type of money in your pockets.
He wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. He told me, what I'd be doing, street sanitation, and giving you a chance to make money the legal way. And I said, absolutely, I'm not too cool for that. Yes, make money, it makes sense. Sign me up. My goal is to make it that I'd never be at that low that I was when I was down. You know, that's my goal. Set it that you could never be in that predicament again. I definitely changed my scenery. I'm not going to these locations no more because if we go here, it's a shootout. Why would I put myself in another shootout? Who got the checks, Miss B? Oh, okay, let me sign for that. Oh, no, I need that check. Yeah, positive. Everything.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Words, right? What's up, man? How you feeling? I'm all right, man. It's dangerous every day walking in Chicago, man. Like, you can have no affiliation with nobody and you could die innocently. So you be prepared. Never, I don't care, you gotta always have to be on point. Whatever prepared you gotta be. If it means carry a gun, hey, it means that. Whatever, be prepared. March 5th, 2018, I was my off day. I ended up changing everything, getting back on the right path.
Now let's see where the officer said he's supposed to apprehend him. We need to get to the bottom of what.
After a long day, I went in the bedroom and I woke up to the police being in the house.
So, and their report is that they seen a hand-to-hand transaction, which never happened. So.
And they was asking me, was it drugs in the house or anything like that? And I know it ain't no drugs in the house. Like, they asked, did I have a weapon? I told them, yes, I do. And they asked, what do you mean? Yes, I have a gun, but I have my FOI card. You know, showing them everything, the credentials, showing them just left the gun range, everything.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna find it. Yeah, right here. So I always had my gun card, but yet, this is what they did when I told them I had my gun card. Throw it away.
But they were saying that because I wasn't on the lease or my gun wasn't registered there, it was a UUW. And I got arrested for having a gun. They made up a lie and acted like I was selling drugs, and they pursued me in the house and came up with this whole fairy tale just to paint a picture that I'm just another black man with a gun. Me being a black man in America, me being able to legally have a gun, that's a problem. That's my right to bear arms. They don't want me to have that right. They want me to be inferior. They want me to stay at the lowest level I possibly can. And me being in Chicago without a gun, you most likely will get shot.
Be honest in the comments. Do you think weapons such as guns is best used for a line of defense, or do you prefer another way?
Today we went to court about my gun case. The state's attorney offered me a misdemeanor, basically saying that they'd give me a slap on the wrist with community service and 12 months of probation. And I thought it was unacceptable because I'm not admitting to something that I didn't do. I didn't commit a crime. It's legal for me to have my gun. That's not a crime. So I asked for a continuance. If I take it to trial, it's a class 4, so it goes 1 to 3. So, 1 to 3 years I'll be facing. I'm scared if I lose this case, then, I have a felony on my background. That's for life. Then I also get 1 to 3 years, of my life gone.
I just don't want you to get discouraged. That'd be my thing. Yeah. Progress is a slow process.
Definitely. I want a guaranteed check from now on. I don't have time to be sitting around waiting if the police around. I can't make no money today, or I want to get back on the path that I was on. So the city that we come from, it's just like it got this devilish spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're on the right path, you could be walking down the street and get knocked right off. You know what I'm saying? I hope I just don't have to commit a crime to stay alive. Because at the end of the day, I'm always choosing myself. My family owned this building from way back in the day, and we stayed there for I think 5 generations. This was part of us, so that's why we still gravitate to this block. This this a family block. At one point, it had buildings right here. This building was open. It's kind of becoming vacant. These are the last 2 buildings on the block. When the feds hit the west side of Chicago, our neighborhood was one of the first that got hit. My uncle, my auntie, my cousins, my immediate family was, indicted. And, they're serving federal time right now. It became more violent since they took out certain leaders in the neighborhood. As you take out certain leaders in the neighborhood, structure kind of unfolds. So, everybody want to be somebody, and everybody you got to, point to prove or got something to say. So It's like it's Babylon. You know what I'm saying? It's going up out here. It could go down at any point.
You gonna get me like that,
Yeah,
Joe?
yeah, that's my big
It's
cousin
been
right here,
crazy,
man.
I love y'all, Joe.
Man,
Y'all
my
be
cousin
smooth,
just came
Joe.
home, man. That's my big cousin. Majority of the neighborhood I'm related to. So, like, it's family. It's not like I'm not gonna see some of them later on. Like, nah, we see some of them at Thanksgiving. Any family function, I'm there. I still communicate, but if you want to do the same thing, follow the same stuff that got us in situations that we all fighting cases, I'm not on that no more. So I'm transitioning and separating myself from the negativity and negative vibes and put myself in an environment of people who, you know, who got ambition and real goals. You got to learn from what you've been through and then make sure that you never make that mistake again. I was at court today, man.
Before you get put out?
I got counseling from people that I respect. Some peers, some people that's older than me, and then my mother and father. My mom and father definitely supported any decision that I went.
Well, I told you to pray about it. And
If I want to go to trial, that's cool. If I took the deal, that's cool. You know, because it was weighing heavy on my heart, like, what should I do?
he has to feel good about it.
So right before I was about to say, I want to go to trial again, he came back and was like, man, I got something even better. They changed the charge. So I ended up cutting the deal.
That's a big swing. That's a big reach for a lawyer.
12 months probation, 80 hours of community service, and a misdemeanor.
It's gonna be my word against theirs.
I'll be able to get my gun back after 12 months. Be able to have my gun back.
I just still hate the fact that you have to have a case and you had the proper credentials. And I just still think it's a violation of
My rights, absolutely.
human rights.
Absolutely, but it just, like, I just be looking at it like, you need a gun to be protected, man. Like, with me, it's gonna be, I'll probably be in court again for another UUW. Like, I'll be in court for that before I let somebody kill me. Like, I'm not going for that. Like, I need to protect, I need to bear arms.
Butter, this me, Patrick. Give me a call. Just want to follow up with
Jsaron hadn't come to work in like probably knocking on 2 weeks. He didn't open up the one for me. I've been calling him like every other day. I called his mama, messaging him on social media. Calls going to voicemail. Social media actually opens in my messages, just doesn't respond. Eventually, everybody always surfaces. You know, but the sad part is it's normally when they're in like the darkest time, either catch a case or like just in a space where they're not in a position to be successful. It could be a million things going on the block. Working, job-wise, no such thing on the block.
I'm gonna be at work when I get back to work. You can't be calling me asking me what I'm doing. Like, you ain't my parent. He not my father. That's not his. That's not his. You know what I'm saying? You can want what's best for you. Want what's best for me too, right? Yeah. You know this my big cousin. Yeah. You want what's best for me. You don't call me every day and be like, hey, you better. Yeah. You gotta be grown. Yeah, I haven't been to work because my leg been acting up. My leg swells up, swells down. Before I go back to work, I gotta secure certain things. Like, I don't have my transportation no more to get to work.
10-minute comments. Who is that person, whether it's friend or family, that always checks in on you?
If I find a safe, reliable transportation, I'm not going. And my safety is my number one priority. I don't want to come to work right now. I don't want to come to work. I'm doing stuff that's good for me. I don't have to tell nobody that, though. I don't have to tell nobody that. I'm a grown man, Joe. I'm real upset right now. If people checking for me, how am I paying the bills? How am I paying the bills? My lady taking care of that right now. Yeah, my lady taking care of that.
I know his potential. Like, I know what he can do, and I know how great he could be.
See y'all later, Joe.
Like, as Jsaron has told us in the past, like, he's got dreams and aspirations, so I feel like eventually they'll come knocking again at his door. Like, he'll answer those dreams and aspirations again.
I think he tried so much to not disappoint me when I tell them it's not about disappointing me. It's about, are you making the right decisions? And you know if you are. And you know you're not making the right decisions, so you don't want to come to me. You know, I have a sister that used to say, it's a curse over there where you were shot at. I don't know what it is. It draws them back over there, and I don't know. And I'm just, it's like I can't believe now he's drawn. When your adult children make adult decisions, and then you just have to put them in God's hand and just say, God, take care of them. Don't let anything happen to them, but let them get a lesson out of whatever it is you need to teach. And I think he learned. I think he learned. I think. And if he's still in the learning process, I just hope he don't get whooped too hard.
This is how I want to spend every day of my life. Yeah, I can see this. This weekend, I'm going to the studio with my friend. I'm gonna record some of my music for my mixtape. I've been doing music since I've been knowing how to sing all my life, but I started doing music like, I want to say, when I was 15, 16 years old. My old music is all about having fun, girls living their life. You know, I actually got a song called Have Fun. It's Jsaron Jones, Have Fun. New music, I got a lot more pain. It talks about, like, you know, some of the things that I went through. And not just pray for better days, but the way the streets going ain't gonna change soon. And I just wanna change my ways, but the city that I'm from, I gotta keep it on me. One song I'm talking about how, you know, when I was in the situation of me being shot and down, how people, you know what I'm saying, turned their back, or how people talked about me. Like, you know, some of the songs like that. It's just a lot of naysayers. I'm basically just telling them F them. Like, yeah, y'all thought I was down, now, yeah, what's up? Now everybody acting hard, it ain't no players out. You either with it or you lame, that's how they treat you now. Like, that's been all my life, you know, people underestimated me, because I like to prove people wrong. I'm gonna make it, man, you know. I see a lot of talented brothers out in Chicago, and I think I can be on the same level, if not better, than some of the people that's out, you know. Now everybody acting hard, it ain't no players out. You either with it or you lame, that's how they treat you now. Put your baby in there.
That's baby Tony.
For real?
Yeah. Come here, girl. He's throwing out bees.
Hey.
Big bees.
What's up? Too pretty. I'm on the right path to what I like, my vision, my goal, like what I got going on. I'm cool.
With my brother Butter. Alana.
You need to be in your neighborhood. You don't need to be hanging out with some other guys that got other stuff going on that you can get caught up in. What up, bro? You feeling? We know how to party in peace. We know how to have fun. You know, stuff happens sometimes. We can't help it. It's just what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a possibility you may die. That's a thought that goes through any young black man in Chicago. Because the rules change. It's not just people that street. It's people like Deron. It's people like me. I don't care how much you want to change your life. Chicago to Chicago is what it is. Like, you can die.
This video raises questions, and I need for you to be extremely honest in the comments when answering them. And just so you know, I have 3 questions. Number 1, what do you think of when you hear someone say, haven't been to work in 2 weeks? Number 2, who would you like for me to do a video on next? And number 3, what are your thoughts about this video? Please share them in the comments. Please be honest when answering these questions. Share this video with anyone you deem necessary. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.